Let me get a piece of that.
Okay, so we're gonna start. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Crewcast episode 7. Oh my goodness, 2 in 1 sitting, and this time we're gonna start out part 2. We're gonna start out with we're gonna go around the circle. But as you know, we are, I think, a video production studio. That's what we're working on. Homies who do film. But I just wanted to go around and get everyone, like, why. I don't know if you are. I don't know. I know me and Tim, potentially you. I don't know about you. I don't know about you too. But for those that are, why you're into filming, what got you into it, into filmmaking, the whole process of it, like how you got into it, fun stories about it, what you love about it, and then also like goals with it. Tim, go ahead.
So, I am Tim. And I remember our first time filming. We were just in middle school and pulled out our phone and we're like, we're going to make a movie. And so we just make our movie. We throw in some After Effects, all edited on the phone, and it was very good.
It was with the guns, right?
Yeah, the guns.
We had
the guns.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We
dude,
bought the gun
the
pack.
gun effects,
We went full out.
So good.
They were pretty decent for that time and age.
For like an iPhone 4.
Yeah, it was an iPhone 4.
It was like $2 for the gun pack or something, and you could literally edit any video.
It was pretty nice.
And you could just add it on, and you're good to go.
And so we just filmed in the middle of the winter.
Oh, that was so good. So good. Don't worry, it'll be linked in the description.
We used sleds as riot shields. And
Yep, sleds is right. We used Nerf water guns. So super soakers, Nerf guns, like fake airsoft, like not even good airsoft, like
Dude, we used
bad
wood.
airsoft.
We used wood, bruh.
yeah, so we did that. And we just kind of kept filming all through high school. And it got better and better. At least we weren't shooting on a phone anymore.
And then there was the great apostasy that broke up everybody for a while. And then we came back with some rules to change the game. Everything needs to be scripted. And whoever comes up with the idea is the director. That's what got us back into it. Before that, it was relationship ruining stuff.
Is this like James and Mikey stuff, like that stuff? Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like we stopped filming for a while because of that.
Yeah.
Mikey still denies it.
Wait, he denies it?
Mikey says it was James, and James says it was Mikey. So it's like
It's a double-edged sword.
Agree to disagree.
I think I think it spread to Tim. Got to a point where Tim's just a nice guy. He's like, sure. And then after a while, it was like, Tim's. I think you're like, I think I'm done.
Yeah. Just started doing my own stuff.
I was gonna say, and this is just like a side point. I know the person that introduced filming into our friend group. Me. I got from my father when I was still doing visitation with him before he dipped. Who knows where he is? We were doing visitation for he's trying to buy my affection, whatnot. He got me a little flip cam, and we in 5th grade. You weren't a part of it yet. It was me, Mike, you. It was in the first and Taylor, and that was our first ever video. And from that point on, I had been the link it's linked in the first episode.
I have to rewatch that. It's been
a
minute.
Oh no, it did. No, legitimately, that is how we started filming. And then I had kept like at Mike's house, I would continually record videos on his PC by myself with like a dollar store mic. They're all still on YouTube somewhere, all of them, and they're bad. But from that point on, I was recording, filming, doing all this stuff, and then I managed to get I think it was. We stopped, like, we filmed that, and then we went to James's house, and I remember throwing Tim off the balcony.
That was the first time I met Travis.
Yeah. we tied his shoes around his jeans and threw him off.
A mannequin.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. It was empty jeans.
Yeah.
I was about to be like,
I
dang,
remember-
this is a meetup.
I
I'll
think
sit
so.
down. I remember just going, just like across the street, we were there, and then just being like, oh, we need one more person. So we just walked across the street and just knocked on your door, and you like came out in your polo shirt from school, and I was like, oh, it's a new kid.
Yeah.
That's
So, and then just
My-
went over
my-
and filmed.
There's a couple people I don't remember meeting. The first time I met you, I believe, was at just Michael's house, gaming with. First time I met you.
I was gonna say because I think you told that story.
Well, no.
When did we meet? I feel like
I
we
met you first.
separate.
I met you first
Yeah.
before anybody else. And
Yeah.
then I introduced you to Mike.
Yes.
And then that's when you started to hang out with Mike.
Yeah.
It was in the winter time, I remember.
it was Scouts.
My
I
mom
think.
and your mom got to talking because you were brand new in the ward.
Yeah,
and
moms
so
just start networking and
They're like, hey, we have well,
they're tycoons.
like she has a son that's like your age or whatever. His name's Travis or whatever, and then they introduced me to like
Nom, nom,
your mom introduced me to you, and then we started hanging out, and then afterwards we were like, hey, let's head
and then
back
you
to
showed
my
me
house.
Ryan, and then we went on scout
Yep.
trips, and then we
Yep.
shared tents. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Soul coming back.
freaking flashbacks.
So back,
dude.
yeah, back. How did Brendan get into filming? Did just secondhand through us?
Yeah. No, it was like we had the base group of like people that would film because I was always at Mike's, and then so I was into it, and then we kind of with that second film we got Tim into it, and then we got you into it, and James. That was James's first time filming with us too.
So you guys also stopped for a while before, because you guys did games for a while, and then we got back into it like middle school.
Because so we filmed that first one like 5th, 6th grade,
Yeah.
and then we filmed the second part of that like a year later. So it was like because we had met you, so we had you, we had Tim. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it was that first video with me, Tay, Brendan, and Mike, and then we had the video with me, Tim, you, like it was the bigger group, and that's where we got like me and Tim and James and you into filming, and then we started filming all that stuff, the Dirty Dan, all of it, dog. We filmed so much.
Well, so how I kind of started out in my like kind of view from it was we used to play like in the woods in Army like all the time, and one thing led to another, and then we just kind of started filming our kind of skits and everything and our like history.
Oh yeah, well so we were doing Army, and then I
Yeah.
said, I have camera. I gonna film us play Army.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how it started.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
filmed
That's
us
how I
playing
remember
Army.
it.
I just held it, and we were going through, and I have no clue where those videos were. They never saw the light of day. But because of that, you're right. That's like we started filming. We're like, well, let's do some action thing, and then we did the snow video.
Well, the thing is, I felt like it just made it more real and stuff like that because we were able to put like special effects, like that kind of stuff, make it funner. It was just kind of the next step in the like kind of evolution of like, hey, what should we do next? What can we do that's more exciting than this? Since we played it for like I think 5 years since we were teeny, and then we're like, oh, Corbin, you have a camera? Let's do it. And then we just got involved and pulled everybody in, and we all started kind of getting into it. And then
Yeah, I
it's
don't
just
know.
kind of grown from there.
I don't know about Ethan. Do you still enjoy, or is it just like it's a way to just hang out?
It's a way to hang out.
Okay, so it's not something like you're so passionate where you're like, oh, I have.
Yeah,
all
I'm
these
not.
ideas.
I'm not the privileged white guy who's like, oh, I want to get my beautiful face out there.
What's that got to do with being white, dog? It's called human nature. You want to have those 15 minutes. 15 minutes of fame, dog. Everyone wants it. But that's like everyone wants like it's that want to be acknowledged. That's what it is.
So I just watched the second Addams Family movie, and there's like this part where like all these girls are like, oh, I just want my part in the movie, and they're all like acting like they're at the Oscars, and it's like, dude, it's a play. Give it a rest.
No,
Well,
but that's a
actually-
real thing.
I'm kind of with Ethan on that though, because like
Oh wait, like your opinion on it, like you're just a way to hang out.
yeah, well, kind of. So I look at this as like, we grew up together, and this is kind of just our history and our stories. And, I just love reminiscing kind of about the old times and stuff like that, and just being able to hang out and be able to kind of talk about things that we like. either like had arguments about or just like stuff in general about our lives that we're able to like share with other people, you know, because this is kind of just, you know, our history. And, you know, if this is still on the internet and it's still the internet's still a thing, I could show this to my children and my like grandchildren and stuff like that and be like, this is me at your age or like when I was younger. So I feel like this is not necessarily just like a thing that I am passionate about it because I care about leaving something behind for my family. That's one big thing.
What's funny about that is, and I don't know if anyone else's family has anything to do with filming, but I think this is like, it's part of me. My grandpa,
This is my family.
the one who lives, my grandpa who lives in Woodland Hills, he was the
introduced us to
head.
you.
Well, he was the head of BYU Independent Study, which did all the commercials. He did all their like the conference intros, all that stuff. He did like, so he was the head of their creative video
we
department.
went to his studio.
Him and his friend Ken Ralston, who is the head of Sony Industrial Light and Magic right now, or he's the head of he's the head of the Sony Department of Visual Effects. Industrial Light and Magic is different. But no, he Ken Ralston's a huge guy. He got Oscars for several movies. Forrest Gump is one. Like he did tons of But him and his friend grew up together making films on a Super 8 camera, and like I didn't even know any of this when I started filming. And then my grandpa was like, "You like filming?" And they laid it all out. He was like, "Since I was 7 years old, I was filming." I was like, "Grandpa, it's in my genes."
Kind of like a legacy.
So
it
it legitimately like filming's in my like lineage. Like it's part of like
That's
my
funny because for
livelihood.
me, Magic the Gathering is in my lineage. I didn't even know. So, yeah, what the heck? You're dissing on my lineage? I'm just sitting here respectful.
No, I've never played Magic, but
You gotta try it, dog. Come down to Vegas with us.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh guy all the way.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Get this out of here.
Anyways,
You're getting a spank after this.
Oh, kind of the funny thing is, after I went home to start editing that footage we filmed all the way back then, and my dad just saw me doing that. He's like, "Oh, that's so cool," and just started talking a little bit, just saying I should do it. And so then he started telling me back in his high school, he was doing like the exact same stuff we were doing, and just making movies with his.
He was like, history repeats itself. That's so sick. Yeah, no, my family's like none of that. I just feel like I've watched a lot of things, and I just have a whack sense of humor, so I just find things funny. And as I've grown up, I was like, I think this would be funny, and then I tell somebody the idea, and they laugh, so I'm like, must be funny.
well, the thing about
You're like
you
the
is
spice of the crew.
no, legitimately, yeah. You, for some reason, your like scripts are so good. You're so good. Like your comedy writing, so good. No, legitimately, it's legitimately good because you're good with jokes. You are a funny boy. Like of all of the crew, you're the funniest, hands down. That's a fact.
You're just like out of pocket too.
Oh yeah,
You're
straight
just
out of
like,
pocket.
I have so much experience from just making up jokes that I can just pull it out of my pocket and say whatever.
Dude.
And it goes.
Which other human being would see a bear suit and say, let's make a video about this bear that murders a bunch of people looking for $1 bills?
Well,
Like but legitimately, like, who else would think about that? Just seeing a bear suit being like, we played bear tag. What if bear murder?
murder tag.
And it worked so well. And it had such funny moments. Like, so good.
See, that's the thing is like it's funny to me, and it's like when I tell you guys it's funny, so it's like okay, it must be funny. So it's just I have this whack sense of humor because sometimes I'll just die laughing at something that's just like it's not that funny, but I'll lose it. Yeah. So I feel like I have a creative itch, and this helps me itch it. And spending time with you guys is great. So it's helped me burn a passion for like, I have this idea. I feel like it'd be funny, or like I'll watch things where it's like, I feel like I can make this better with this. I go, oh, we should do that. So that's kind of where it goes in. But when it comes to all the technical, that's why I'm like, I feel like editing would also be really fun. But it's like, I'll learn that later.
I was going to say, that takes a lot of, like, editing. I find editing very fun. I don't know if you do.
It's fun. It's where the story comes together.
Yeah. No, editing is genuinely probably my I love doing it all. So I love directing, filming. Like I love doing cinematography. I love being the guy behind the camera. I love being the guy in front of the camera also very much.
Take your job.
No. Hey. Ah! No, I'm just saying. I would rather be the guy in front of the camera though. I would rather have someone behind. I like being in front more than I like filming, but I love filming just as much as I love directing, just as much as I love editing. I love editing videos. It's so good. I find random clips online and I just stitch them together for fun sometimes.
Dude, I'm surprised how much you took my criticism when I was going through the edits, because I feel like I was like, oh man, I'm being really nitpicky, and then you're like, it's good, dog.
Compared to what I said.
You were nothing. I was like, that's it? That's all you want? Yeah. This boy, I kid you not, like a full week of I would send him like 7, 8, 9 versions of the video a day, just drafts. It would be like rough draft 18. And he'd be like, ooh, let's change this. Like legitimately, it'd be like all day.
That's a true director right there.
This guy has okay. That's the one thing
Well,
that
the
you
thing
have.
is, if it gets past him, then you know it's gonna be good because he's like the comedy director.
Well,
so if
exactly,
It's
but
funny. He's gonna pass.
It's that you had a vision, and I was like, I'm gonna make sure that what
I made
comes
that
out
vision.
is what you saw.
I'm not gonna lie, Gazpacho, there were some scenes, like, you know how that the camera goes through like into the office to see Mike. I wanted that to be. The original thought was to go through the front door, like have that, because we have the 2 French doors, so it was like opening one and then have it go through the front door, and then the bears on the outside trying to get in. So that was kind of the original thought. I was like, so I wanted to fit it in. So it ended up being in, but like a lot of my original ideas, it was like 85%, like pretty much came to like my original thought of how the film went. A lot of the rest of it was like, I don't know what this person's gonna say. So yeah,
Well,
it was good.
So back on like what started you. So what kind of started you into that and everything?
So I feel like I wasn't really interested in it when I was younger. Kind of like Ethan. It was just more like, hey, we're hanging out. You want to do this? I'm here. Like that's kind of what it was.
I don't have anything else to do.
So yeah, and then as it came, I played a little more into the Great Apostasy. Maybe not as bad as some other people, but I remember, we all tried like, I think this would be better, and then I was like, you know what, I think this would be better, and then after a while, I was like, I'm not gonna share my opinions anymore because everyone was going bad, and then after we kind of got back into it, it was like, Gazpacho was kind of the real like front to beginning with the whole.
I will say this was post apostasy. I think. Was it our first video? Was the one with you in the basement? Was that our first video like after taking a hiatus? Like Mike's house under construction, you with your blood. Was that? I think that was.
Short film that we did, but like actual together with Cora.
That's like crew. Yeah. I remember there was the one that James did, and then there was the music video that you did.
Yeah, those ones were following just like there's a director and they make the same.
But the first crew project post apostasy PA was was that one, and that didn't. I don't think we had a script for that one, but that helped us. We had the idea. I had the idea, and then we had. Yeah, it wasn't written out, but because of that, we were like, all right, we need to set some rules, and then because of that, we were like, all right, whatever we film has to have a script, has to like be set out, and whoever comes up with it is directing it. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I think that is Tim, go ahead. I didn't know I didn't know if you were done.
Yeah. Well, he said.
Well,
Or what do you remember about filming when you were young and then now?
honestly, I remember kind of being like a little put down when it came to like times like, hey, we should do this film thing. I was just kind of like,
I'd rather play Black Ops.
But I remember doing stuff like Dirty Dan. I remember that being hilarious to me,
That was
and I'm
just
like,
fun
all
to
right,
film,
all right.
yeah.
It was just fun to film. Like, all right, let's do this. And then I remember the Great Apostasy, Dark Ages, straight up medieval times.
Here's the
I
thing.
honestly don't really remember that.
That's that.
much,
So here's the
because-
It's like
thing.
also like during COVID and just we kind of stopped doing anything together. Well, I'm just saying
This was
there
like
was
during
there
like
was
high
the
school, I think.
apostasy, and then like that even came, so it just elongated it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, because we had the apostasy. Our first film we did, like 2019. It was right before I went to college, and then we did the One Late Night and the Death by Bread, and that was like our official like come back together, and that's when we started more like consistently doing stuff.
I just remember the Great Apostasy just being like, this is so bad. We aren't hanging out for a while.
We hung out, like we got together. We did not film. Certain people, but with that it was, there was, you distracted me. I had a thought.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, it was like, I think what happened there is we started getting more and more into filming. We were like, oh, this is like super fun. We should keep doing this. We started getting more serious about it. We started like getting equipment. We started getting excited, and then everyone was like, I want to direct. And it's because everyone was getting excited about it. Everyone was like, cool, we should film. But everyone was like, but this, I have idea. And instead of splitting up the ideas and being like, okay, we'll do your idea in a separate film, we were like, shove it all into one film.
Yeah.
And it led to the Great Apostasy.
It was bad.
I don't know. I have. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because also like I look at this now as kind of a way to like connect to everybody and everything because rest in peace some of the crew members and everything. We don't see them as much anymore. So yeah, obviously like
Wait. We gotta have Ethan finish off
but yeah.
before. Yeah.
I just remember all that going down, me not ever wanting to do that ever again. And honestly, it was only until like y'all wanted to do like the podcast thing and gazpacho. Even at the beginning, I was getting like apostasy vibes. I was like, okay, is
Like,
this
oh no, it's gonna happen again.
is it gonna happen again? I'm getting PTSD. And then and it came out great, and I loved it. I couldn't wait to film the second part of Gazpacho. That part went down superb. We had so much good support.
That was honestly just a great day of filming because like everyone was available. It was like it was literally like 6 hours.
It was a 6
It
hour
was
shoot.
bad.
So good.
It was so
No,
good.
it was good.
And it was set out because it's like I had everything written down, so it was like, oh, we knew exactly. There was not too much wasted time in between. But so recently, you're kind of like, oh, okay, me gusta.
Oh, me gusta muchísimo.
Oh, okay.
But now it's like I look at this with the podcast that we're doing, and I like how it's like Brendan said. It's great that we can be able to have our memoirs down. We can tell our stories. We can show this to the people that we love, and we need to get this down on a USB like pronto in case apocalypse happens. And it's like, oh, no matter YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube will last forever.
I'm still debating whether or not to show this to my parents because some of this stuff it's like that's borderline.
Some. We're pretty good. We're like 90-10
I don't know
split.
that like third podcast. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah.
With the like airport and then I was like, I don't know if my like parents would be even like enjoy watching this because it's just so like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's gross, you know.
This one's been good.
We
so.
could keep it just in the crew.
And the one before that, like the video game one, and like
I'm gonna
the
be
last Run
honest.
4, and
I
this
liked-
one's pretty good.
I liked 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Oh no, I liked 1 and 2 and 4 and 5.
And then number 3, I felt so bad as part of number 3.
It has like 23 views.
Which one's 3?
I feel like we just talked over each other a lot. 3 was me, Mikey, Ethan, and my Corbin. So it was us 4.
And it was like 50 billion times, what's the wet sock sensation again? Like, dude, it's the wet sock sensation.
Okay. Moving on to the second. Everyone, pull up for yourselves on your phone.
Congratulations, Tim. You got to talk about it. Well, no, I was just kidding. But I was saying, like,
Pull up what?
I just wanted to make sure because I had what like our goals were with film. Like that's what, yeah. Because it's like we wanted to how we started. We got through that, and it's like, how did we? Yeah,
Where are we going?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going big places. My Lego channel is skyrocketing.
Yeah, you're.
Yep.
I don't know. Some of your, like, you just build Legos and stuff like that. Like, honestly, some of your sets, you should, like, copyright and be like, this is mine. And be like, hey, Lego, you want to maybe give me some money for this? You know, because some of your sets are really good.
Of your Lego display.
A replica
That would
of you.
be interesting. That would be cool. I should make a little minifigure for me.
Yep. Or a big
That'd be
minifigure
good.
for you, just having
And
the
then
background.
build it out of bricks.
But yeah, I do enjoy watching some of your stuff, and because I always get to like
I think
comment.
your
like,
shorts are great.
But
Oh yeah, no, Tim Shorts.
And almost my long films are, I'm trying to make them more like the shorts. So you should check out the one I did today. Because I just posted one today.
That one's good. No, I sure did. I did the CGI, baby, first time ever.
I did a new Lego film too.
Oh, how? Wait.
It's where I test stepping on bricks. So I just posted it today.
Oh, I think I saw that, but I didn't
Oh,
watch it.
yeah.
because I was driving.
Do colors
Yeah,
affect?
yeah.
How,
You saw the thumbnail?
I saw the thumbnail. I was like, this is actually interesting.
Very good. So yeah, that's going places, but also just in the general filmmaking, I'm trying to keep it going, and I
Trying to get as much
yeah,
experience as you need. Yeah.
exactly.
Or as we're trying to get,
It's like doing a film studio and production, and like in the things I've been working on, like hiring out actors and hiring out other people to do these different things has been really good, and I enjoy every aspect of it, and it's just been so interesting to see. It's like, wow, I actually like it. I should continue this and pursue it because it's like I could just do this all day.
Looking as what you're doing this on like a small scale, does it give you bigger appreciation when like an actual movie comes out? You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the amount of just it would take to film it in like actual New York City? Like
It's
For a
insane.
day?
Like I'm trying to schedule
permit,
something just for
extras.
say Springville, and it's like
Really?
having to get the permits and pay booking it. It's called. So yeah, I just like applying, getting a filming permit, and even mine's on small scale and how much I have to go through for that.
Is it one where you're blocking it off, or is it?
So I don't even have to block off a street or anything. I'm inside a building. So but I still have to get the permit. It's crazy.
Well, because that's the thing is there's the permits where you're filming, but you're using like actual people as extras, like you're just filming on a street, but it's not closed. And then there's blocking off a highway, and like that costs so much money. I couldn't
think
even
there was-
imagine.
yeah,
And
like,
that is
It's insane.
big dream right there.
I think
I want to
like,
have the
one of
money to like get a city block.
I want to make half of a city late for work. That's my dream.
He's part of the
So-
crew, so it's a
Yeah.
given.
Well, okay, so I do kind of do some like TikTok videos or whatever, kind of just well, not like videos about anything like specifically about me, but I do like some anime like kind of edits or whatever, just with music. So just with some cool kind of things. So I kind of do that.
Brandon.
But recently, I've kind of had like I really want to kind of get into gaming and everything and kind of do my own game channel. I really like sci-fi, and there's a bunch of good sci-fi games that kind of just have a lot of throwbacks. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, the new Marauders game that's out. Then
Callisto
there's
Protocol.
I haven't looked into that one. I'll
So
have
good.
to. And then there's also a new game coming out by Bethesda, which is called what's it called?
Unfinished Game 4.
Starfield. But Star Citizen probably would be the biggest one. I've really been watching that. I watch it on TikTok a lot. I follow that kind of stuff. So I would also like to do kind of Magic the Gathering kind of stuff to do that. So maybe do like kind of a podcast / games kind of filming. Obviously, like I don't know how I'd do that, but
It's not that hard now
Yeah,
that we
so-
have 2 cameras for the crew.
well, I didn't want to
These-
say,
no,
hey,
no.
can I use your stuff
These
automatically?
these
but,
cameras are for the crew. These aren't my
Yeah.
cameras. These
Yeah.
are the crew cameras.
So
Like this is a legitimate video production studio. You look at Corridor Digital, they
yeah.
have a whole room just full of camera equipment. Just for anyone to go in, they can check it out and they use it. Like it
Yeah.
those cameras that I bought today, go ahead. Go wild.
I
Don't break them or you owe me
definitely-
$700.
That'd be-
But
7 apiece?
yeah.
Yo, I gotta. I gotta catch up on this. I gotta do some stuff too. But
So if you like, feel free. You can use
yeah,
those.
I appreciate that.
We don't have like the way I would do it.
Well, maybe we could have you direct the games or something like that. Direct the kind of recordings and stuff because I'd like to get your feedback on doing it and stuff. And like I kind of watch other kind of gamers and kind of players and everything and see kind of how they're formatting.
That's why it's so
theirs.
cool because
So-
everyone's getting their own unique experience, and we can just
Yeah.
come to each other for all the different stuff. Like if I like have questions, it's like, oh, Corbin, Tim.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Tim. If Tim doesn't know, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like there's Tim knowledge, which Tim knows all, and then anything Tim doesn't know. I feel like the few things you don't know are things that I'm like, yeah, I
Like
kind of know
CGI.
about that. Yeah, the CGI. That was like, what's funny is earlier, literally this year, like a few months ago, I showed you that donut. I did the. Do you know? Have you seen the donut blender like tutorial? That was like I had just barely started getting into CG, so I did like a 3D donut where like I sculpted the whole thing like myself, and I did a video of it just like spinning. But I did that, and then a few months later, you're like, "Hey, you do CG?" And I was like, "I do now." I literally did a few months ago, and then I also did the animation with like SFM, and then so it's like I feel like the things are lining up so good.
Future
getting
filming,
good, yeah.
Ethan? Oh, I mean, I would love to do flipping gameplay videos and stuff. I think I look at a bunch of different Magic channels where they do a bunch of different Magic games, and there's the people who are hosting the MTG Summit coming up, they started out as just a YouTube channel here in Utah. They just we'll just do some gameplay videos, and now they're able to get freaking Brandon Sanderson and all these other big wigs in Magic's history and just right into their summit.
Well, that's something I'd like to that'd be a dream thing and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just like enjoying being able to like remember some of the fun games that we do, and just be able to have different experiences from like different things.
Like me trying to record Carcassonne. I tried it. It's bad, Tim. I can't release that. No, whole time he's clowning the pretzel bag. That's all you hear. You just hear.
Us explaining the rules.
Oh, the rules over and over. Like we literally, we went over the rules so many times throughout the game. And then there was like everyone talking over each other, and then Peter was like talking over us, and Travis was talking over me. Like it was so much going on. I was like, I can't release this. In good conscience, I can't release this video.
That happens sometimes. It's all good.
But also like the little that little thing that I tried to get like. I was like, oh, I was thinking about Corridor Digital. They have a Dungeons and Dragons series where they not only do they have a fully custom board with multiple levels for their D&D campaigns built by it's called Dwarven Forge.
I think I've seen pictures of that.
It has lighting. They reenact it on a green screen stage. No, well, yeah, but they reenact. Yeah, but they reenact like scenes from the story. Like so, they're playing through, and then after they play through, they go back through on a giant green screen sound stage that they have, and they use Unreal Engine 5.
And like that 3D, kind of like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, like the Mandalorian, exactly. They do that, and they recreate the sets from the game board, and they have their actors in there, like with CG.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
So it's genuinely the best D&D show I've ever seen. Like I've seen a few. That one's hands down the
You're
best.
gonna have to send the link.
So yeah, I need to see that because my
wife would
dad
love
is
that. She's
actually
like,
wanting me
"Bro."
to figure out how to set that up.
Oh yeah, they have tutorial. Like I don't know if they have tutorials, but they have videos on how they like.
So yeah, I need to learn how to set it up.
Yeah, I would definitely. I'm subscribed to their app, their website, which is $3 a month, and it's like they have functional filmmaking, which is a whole series about functional filmmaking, story, camera, like everything, and then they have tons of tutorials on that kind of stuff. But like that's where I got. So I was trying to do like shots, so bad. That camera, Duke, so bad.
I'll wrap it up here, and then we can move on to the next thing. But the future of filming, I just hope to get out of it somewhat of what Brendan was saying is like the memories. But as we grow up, can you imagine just looking back and having years of just skits from us, like
And stories
and
just
and just knowing all of us, like we're pretty great I think we're a pretty great group of people, and I feel like a lot of people have said that just from outside. So it's like for us to be able to just share that on, and that was the whole idea. Is like we talk so much, and sometimes when we get talking, we say such funny things, and that was the idea that really sparked me. And like, we need to do a podcast. Like other people need to witness. Yeah, so I think it'll just be fun to look back. Like it doesn't really matter if it gets big for me, but it's like just even having like a bunch of funny stuff where like in the middle of stuff. It's almost like a life goal or like kind of like a one-up you can say to somebody like, Tim, you're like, oh, I've actually hired like actors, or you go and you're like, oh, I've made a skit, like I filmed a short, like here, check it out, and you pull it out in like a group of people.
See, for me, I want to be making feature films with the crew. Yes, like hire actors and stuff, but I also want everyone in this room to be a part of it somehow.
Well,
Hands
that's
down.
another thing. So I'd like to start talking about is I really like. Now I want to talk about and debate about kind of like the film industry, how it is now. I was watching some older movies, and I was like, this is better than most of the movies today, scripted wise.
That is why we started a video production studio. That's what this is. This is the Crew VPS, Video Production Studio.
Yeah.
Because you know why they're like that? Because of the producers. If you can
They're
if
literally
you
just
can
pushing an
produce
agenda.
if you can produce your own movies, like what I want to do is be able to produce a full movie not funded outside, so we don't have to worry about anyone else's opinions, fully funded within this production studio so that we can make exactly what we want without anyone trying to push an agenda. I want to be able to just make literally anything we want instead of being like,
Yeah.
so I know you want to do this, but since I'm
The ratings.
so
the
since
people don't like.
since I'm funding your film, you have to put this in it. And it's like you can't say no or they pull funding. I want to just be able to fund full feature films.
Yeah.
And maybe even put them in we could put them in Payson Theater and like local theaters. That is the goal, to feature films with the crew.
Yeah.
You guys and Mikey, but he's
Okay, next one. So everyone go on and search your Zodiac sign, and we're gonna all read them off, and then everyone's gonna go on and see if they agree or disagree with if that's generally you or not. All right, Ethan, go ahead, start it off.
Okay, so let's see here. Playful and intellectually curious, Gemini is constantly juggling a variety of passions, hobbies, careers, and friend groups. Not this one. We got these boys. Let's see. People
for hobbies though.
for hobbies, people find them buzzing between happy hours, dinner parties, and dance floors. I like to say no.
You are the dance guy. If there's a song out there, September Comes On, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ethan, you are slowly
Do
getting
you
out
remember?
there.
The 20+9.
So you know what's interesting?
And
So
go to the characteristics traits and then like the pros and cons.
Let's see here. Man, I'm on a
you
terrible
at?
website. I don't know. Wait, where is
so
this?
anyway. So I actually have an aunt that actually does this for a job. She actually went to school for this, and so I was able to get her to do my sign and everything. And so she has like a very detailed kind of Zodiac list and kind of like thing and everything. Like she uses a lot of stuff. So I had to give her my birthday, so the date and the time. So it's supposed to be more accurate that way. So yeah, it's super interesting. I had it and it was like, so I kind of look at zodiac signs too, like as not a concrete thing, but at the same time, I also don't like not controlling my own fate, kind of sort of thing. So also like, that's another thing. So like in our church, we have like patriarchal blessings. But the thing is, at the same time, it's like, oh, if you follow the rules, you'll get these things and everything. But at the same time, it's like, no, I got my own beliefs at the same time. I'm not gonna dictate like my entire life over something, some of this stuff,
with that. Well, with that, it's there's I think
just a thought.
well, because there's I just read a book called Wired That Way, and it's like it breaks you down like there's 4, and this is all the way back from Greek times. There's 4 groups of personalities.
Yeah.
Every human being fits into them, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're set in who you are. It's like each person has different amounts of each personality. Some
Yeah.
are just more one than other, and it actually like shows like your personality traits and what kind of things you're more like geared towards. But just because you have that, like, Zodiac sign, like these are your personality traits. If they fit, cool, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna go on to be a serial killer. Like, it's not like it determines your fate. It's just like, hey, this is things that, like, because you were born this time, maybe this is why you do certain things. Like, I don't think it's like
I've looked into this a lot, and I've actually kind of made my own belief system on something that I've read on my Zodiac sign and stuff like that, and I feel very strongly about it. So I'll get to that after kind of we go down the line. But
Yeah, we'll go through so I did recommend, if we all did this, go to the costarastrology.com.
Literally type in your horoscope.
Just do like horoscope characteristics, and then it should be like the first or second link. And then, because then it gives you a little description, and it gives you the weaknesses, and then it has like traits. And
CoStar, what?
Just type in your, like, whatever your sign is, characteristics into
what's
the Google
the
search.
website?
It's called CoStar Astrology, so just look for that link when you're in. It should be the first or second one. It has a nice description. And then, Ethan, while they're doing that, just read through your little kind of front set about.
Let's see here.
It's like 2 or 3.
Geminis are intelligent, uncanny ability to size up a person's character in a matter of seconds. I'm terrible at judging character. Geminis are versatile, comfortable in being both introverts and extroverts. I actually can't understand this one, because there are some times where I'm like talkative as all get out, and other times I literally can just sit in monk-like silence for 50 days. And let's see what they're afraid of being alone, not afraid of their emotions. Their mind is an endless racetrack. I will say this though really quick, because it's under their best careers. Bubblegum rapper, joke writer.
Oh my gosh! This is
Laffy
real.
Taffy.
This is real.
Hire me.
Laffy Taffy joke
Hire
maker.
me, Laffy Taffy. And then it's.
I cannot believe it says that. That is you.
It
You
also-
are bubblegum rapper joke man.
I am. I totally am. I believe in it. Horoscopes are real. It's real. It also says Twitter personality, which I just can't believe, because I don't believe in Twitter. So.
Yeah, that's why there's like, it's surprisingly, and then some other things like.
And then I guess last thing is Geminis are dangerous because they seem to exist in a perpetual state of internal conflict. Conflict. They're conflicting. The conflict.
Besides the bubblegum rapper thing, I don't know. I feel like that's not as much you.
No, it really.
Bubblegum rapper? Yeah, that's you. But
Hey, which
the
one is it?
personality traits, I feel like it's not really.
It's a little off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But are you closer to a splitting zone, or are you not?
What are your weaknesses?
I do feel like there's like an on-off switch to me sometimes, where like sometimes I'm like, I'm Ethan, I'm happy, I'm joyful, and other times it's like, no.
That's just gonna be you.
What are your weeknesses?
Just
on the thing.
on the thing, okay, because I'm like,
to say it from real life.
yeah, I was about to be like cheesecake.
Dairy doesn't sit well. Okay, well, you guys finish. I'll read about mine to see how ours. We'll come back. I'll read a portion of it, and then you can do the second half. So, our famous Aries. Oh, there's famous people. Jackie Chan. I don't care about these.
That's dope.
Man, mine's Kanye West. Can I trade?
So, at their core, Aries do what they want and do things their way. They are unafraid of conflict, highly competitive, honest, and direct. An Aries is not weighed down by the freedom of choice and is perhaps a sign that is least conflicted about what they want. They throw themselves at the world eagerly and without fear. It is one of their most commendable qualities, but also what causes them a great deal of pain and grief. Aries are driven by a desire to prove themselves and their strength. They naturally take charge and are competitive and ambitious. Aries are spontaneous and courageous. They have a sense of adventure and love to explore. They are determined and bold and are good at initiating new projects. what are Aries' weaknesses? There's another portion to that. I'll have you kind of finish that up here in a second. Aries tend to be impulsive, impatient, and hot-headed. They do not apologize for their anger. They say, I don't care, and mean it. They don't have... I work on this. I'm not better. They don't always have the best self-control, so they need to learn how to be more patient. True respect. And
Yeah, I feel like you guys are like.
you know what our best careers are? Stunt double. Part-time punk. Don't know what that means.
Stunt double though. That I wanted to do that.
Pro wrestler.
Oh.
Petty thief. Cereal box mascot.
Oh my! No way.
You notice how like all of those are acting?
You wanna read this about us, Doc?
Dude, Aries in sex, love, and romance. How to seduce an Aries. Dress in all red where they are sure to notice you. Call
Well,
out
you are
Call out
red.
loudly that you wish you had a lover with whom to share your passion. Ask if they know where you could get some. No way. Yeah.
Just imagine, Travis, someone walks up straight red, they come up and just ask these questions.
And then he's over there.
I wish I had someone to share my love with whom is passionate.
I mean, that's what the women almost do to Travis.
Dude.
Hey! You are.
I feel like I'd look over and I'd be like,
Yo, what you doing?
all right.
So, how many dates have you been on with women in red?
Oh yeah, think about it. Think about how many times they've been wearing red anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Or when asking you out. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, legitimately
Flashbacks.
like this is pretty accurate. Like there's some stuff there that I'm like, that is us. Yeah, no, but like, okay, the difference is his paragraphs didn't really line up. Ours lines up perfectly. Like, actually,
Yeah,
that's a little wild. But also,
So you can go in more in detail if you're able to find out your like. So you can put your birthday and the time you were born and where you were born. So you can go like real in depth on it. So
very insecure about their ability to control their destiny. Even though they lead with confidence, they're actually constantly searching for reassurance. Trav, you're doing great, dog. If you want to make an Aries mad, try to steal their power.
I feel like
Well, like think about like if you're trying to do something in like the Great Apostasy. If you're trying to do something, and people are like, if you had been trying to do gazpacho, and I was like, mine. If I like made it like if I was like, no, we're doing it this way, you wouldn't have Shrek'd me, even like jokingly. That's a lie.
depending, like
No, like legitimately me trying. No. During filming, while we're filming, I was trying to change it.
I could see in.
Fair. Okay, but to be fair, I
Yeah.
think what the weakness is.
Now, when it comes to arm wrestling, he will never do another round of arm wrestling with me because he's like, I'm king.
The
I
thing
don't wanna
is, Travis,
embarrass
you
him.
like to win, and when you lose, you kind of get. Nah.
Oh no! Yeah, that's what
Like,
I was saying.
okay.
It's like highly competitive. When I win, it's let's go, and then you're piece of trash.
The
And
thing
then when
is, you're like-
when I lose, it's like, oh, you're lucky piece of shit.
Yeah,
Dog.
exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
when
Because everybody
me-
takes your power, and you're like, you lucky son of a
When
bitch.
me
You
and
don't want to
Travis-
admit it.
No, he gets pissed.
Exactly.
No, when me and Travis are on opposite teams, that is disaster.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because he wins because I'm trash at Call of Duty.
But the
He
thing is,
wins.
when you're both on the team, it's like,
So good.
oh
We are
my.
toxic. We are toxic.
Just watch any video game that we put out with Travis and Corbin. You will see the trash they speak to
Oh, yeah.
anybody else besides their team.
Oh yeah. Even to our own team. No. You
Hold on, there's a quick
You
story.
guys are pretty.
I called someone a hoe in COD.
More intense words.
Yes.
Oh, I called him a whore. Sorry. I made fun of our own teammate before and during the game.
Fun of her a little bit, like nothing wild.
Oh,
Like,
that one.
actually
Yeah,
just
yeah,
joking.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was like a few nights
And then she started getting actually pissed. And then I didn't defuse the bomb in time because like it needs like 6.78.
It needs exactly 7 seconds.
It's like 7. And I went to go grab the bomb. It was like 6.2. So I was like, I'm not going to give them a kill and lose my score streak. So I ran away. And when the round died, she was like getting all pissed. And I was like, you are a whore. I was like, you need like 7 seconds. And she was like, don't call me a whore. I was like, you're a whore.
Yeah?
I was like, you're a whore. Next round, it's like one of the last rounds. It's like 3-5 or something. So it's like the enemy team needs one more. She TKs me. And then she goes to my.
Oh, is that the one you killed?
Yeah.
She tried to
I called her a
TK
whore.
you, and then you.
No.
you
She
just
does
killed her.
TK me.
Oh.
Dead. And then she's like, don't ever call me a whore again. I'm like, that was very whore-like to kill me or something like that. I'm like, you're a whore. And then she turns
Oh.
around. Mike has the same clan tag. Kills Mike right out of nowhere. Mike said nothing almost the entire game. Just killed him.
Mike was simping a little bit. He was white knight. He was like, "Hey guys, be nice, be nice." And she was like talking garbage towards us, and he was like, "Be nice to her." Like it wasn't too bad, but it was like you could tell he was like he wanted to be on her side.
She TK'd me, then TK'd Mike, and then jumped off the edge of the map and died.
And
So it
lost
was
the
like
round.
she just cracked on a round. Just straight crackhead. All right, Brendan, go into your astrology reading. Sorry.
All right. So let's see. So Libra, it says hates being alone, really good with aesthetics, conflict avoidance, sees every side, prone to fantasy, and then can't make decisions.
This is kind of getting a little scary.
So I feel like some of it is like yes,
like
and
half
some
and
of it
half.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I also found another one.
Generalizations, dog.
So
how to
this
get your
one
fortune
said
telling.
Libras are very casual and easygoing. Libra men can get along with almost anybody because they know the art of comforting people.
That's
The
like old
Libra
men.
man is very sensitive but masculine. They are balanced people, so never experience emotional outbursts.
I've never seen Brendan lose it.
I've seen Brendan lose it.
I've seen Brendan lose.
Story
very
time.
few
Story time.
times,
Story
though.
time.
Oh, there's a few times. It's like I feel like I've seen everyone lose it. Apparently, the one time Tim lost it is the one time I never saw.
Tim,
Yeah.
you lost it once.
It was with the airsoft gun, right?
Yeah, that's what Michael says, so he'll have to tell the story.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to tell him when he gets here.
That'll be story time next time.
Tim's lost it before.
Once.
Oh.
Well, it was like silent piss though. But he did cash in on this piss bank once though on Travis when we were like team freaking gangbanging him or something.
Touching Tim.
No.
Yeah, he got pissed and he's like, no more. And then he just started touching you. And then I'm like, oh, I guess everybody's cashing in. And so we all went in.
I remember that. I remember that. I remember when you started getting touched, and we all said,
Nope.
My chance.
Exactly.
All under my.
And then he's like, he just calls for Mike. He's like, Mike, help me. I'm getting wrecked. And Mike just sat there like, nope, you deserve it.
I think I'm getting like PTSD flashbacks because I remember Tim gave me a little bit, then everyone jumped on because they're like, "This is my moment."
Yeah,
and then
it
I
was
think-
like, oh, Tim can
I
get it. Release the hounds.
And I think Tim only got like 5 seconds of some, and then backed off and just like watched, just down his nose, just like. As I got some.
he said, "Yes, my
Oh.
children, feed."
Work for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's Tim.
Yeah, and then Mike
He's
was
the
watching while
instigator. It's
playing
like,
video
oh,
games. I was like,
permission?
Mikey, help me. And then he's like, you got yourself into this. I'm like, "You bet." I remember getting up and I was pissed that he didn't help me.
Yeah,
So I
and
went
you,
over
like,
and I
tried to
touched
wrestle
Mikey.
him.
And I touched Mikey.
And he was like, what the F, bro? And he's like, why didn't you back me up? And he's like, you deserved it. Like,
Okay,
Baby
finish your
dad.
weaknesses. I really want. I'm interested.
well,
in
so I'll read what is personality, or let's see.
yeah, something cool about it.
Yeah, so says Libras are difficult to really understand because they seem so contrary on the surface. They simultaneously are extroverted and introverted, strategic and spontaneous, focused and intuitive. This
This literally sounds like Gemini, both extra steps.
Makes it difficult to pin down their true character. They are an entire
Except it's
constellation of
accurate.
personalities. Libras are also depending on who they are around. That's true. Depending on, like, Libras are different depending on who you're around. So, like, I have different friend groups for different things, though. So, like, I have my veteran friend group at school and work. Then I have you guys that is, like, the nerds. And then...
Yeah, he's got his friend group
But
that he
probably
gets
my-
wasted with.
Yeah. Then I have, like, another group that's just, like, the Hicks and Cowboys and stuff like that. So...
You need them. You don't need them. You don't need them.
I need
You don't need
guns,
them.
okay?
We have guns. You don't need them.
When was the
He has a
last
whole
time we
safe.
went shooting?
You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need them.
Let's see. They want to be admired not for their talents, but for their charm. They want to be seen as a responsible figure who can balance out the turbulent elements around them. They feel intense amount of guilt and shame when they are unhappy because they know that their unhappiness affects everybody around them. So weaknesses, compassionate and empathetic people.
Those ain't weaknesses.
I don't know. I feel like they're weakness. It's a weakness.
It's my weaknesses are basically I'm Superman, but I'm just less cool.
Weaknesses. Girls are attracted to me because I can share my emotions. Yep. I have empathy and I feel bad for people and I'm a helpful person and a good human being.
So here is one interesting. So they say they are willing to go out of their way and help others as a weakness. I do feel like in some aspects, sometimes I can be too nice and I take too much crap, especially when I was younger and shy. I felt that I took too much crap from you guys in the end, and in the end, like one day I just snapped. And I got some of mine.
No, I
end.
remember that there was a time where all of a sudden you just left. I was like, I haven't seen Brendan in a few weeks. And that was the opposite. Like back in the day, I refused to take some from anyone. If they gave me some, I lost it like a pissy little boy. Oh,
well.
drive safe, Stinky.
Yeah, my guy. But I don't know. Sometimes I do feel like because I'm so nice and everything, I do get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So I do learn to be like, no, I am not going to do that because I'm sick and tired of doing all your dirty work. So I say no to it. So I have learned how to do that. So I feel like that's kind of, it is kind of a weakness of mine. But at the same time, I do like being nice, and I like to see everybody's kind of side of the story before I make a decision on something. So
I want to hear Tim's. Tim's?
So mine is the same as Ethan's.
really,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only odd one out.
So
That actually was.
But it's very interesting, the joke writing thing, that is straight Ethan, like only Ethan.
nuts.
Here, you
That's
wanna
like not
trade,
me.
Cheers,
So.
Corbin?
Well, this one's yours. I have the lab.
Says I'm an airbender
Really?
because that's my element. I don't know.
Let's
what that means.
go.
Air?
Yeah,
Tim's an airbender.
What would
100%.
What would you actually pick?
probably air.
Yeah, no, he's an airbender.
What about you?
Dude, Earth.
Earth.
I've always been
Brendan?
Probably air.
Water or fire?
What do
No.
you think I would be?
I mean, we're both Aries, dog.
I feel like you're both fire.
I'd be fire.
Yeah.
I feel like I would want to be Earth, but everyone I've talked to has said fire.
I would have said
Yeah.
fire too.
Everyone I talk to is like, you're a fire, and I'm like, but Earth.
I could see how you could be Earth.
Wait, what'd you
but
say, Brendan, for
feel
you?
I
like-
think I'd go fire,
Air.
fire,
or water. I could
Water
see
would be
both.
cool.
I
fire,
could
do
see
that
Tim do
blood
water.
bend.
fire, air, earth, water would be last.
Yeah, I would do fire, Earth, air, water.
I think air, water.
Everyone has cool things, like earth
Earth
has
and then fire
metal,
for me.
fire has lightning,
Lightning. Oh.
water
Oh,
has
yeah.
blood.
Blood.
Thing
And
is,
Air has.
yeah.
Air in Korra has like you can fly,
You can, yeah.
but if
That's
you
the thing.
get to like ultimate, like you can
Yeah.
fly without aid of
Dude,
anything.
Aang. Oh.
Have you
Aang-
not seen
Aang got
Korra?
there.
So I guess I'll just read a couple paragraphs. Geminis make friends everywhere they go. They have the ability to talk to almost anyone about every little thing that's on their minds. They're type of friends who will show up to your party an hour late, but will end up staying for hours.
I think
Filming?
that's more Tim, but that
Filming?
first part is more Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we were filming the John Wick one, I was like 9 a.m. Tim showed up. But I mean,
But then he
that's
stayed
fair.
until the end.
No,
so we're
exactly.
good.
He was there like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's
And
pretty good.
that's like exactly what I've done. So like to all these wedding receptions that all my friends are having, it's like I just go at, like way later and just like stay for this.
It probably works out too, because like
Yeah.
their timing is never on time too. So it's like,
Exactly,
if
yeah.
anything, you're just showing up a little late or just.
Yeah, that's the philosophy I've adopted. So
Nice.
Geminis can be very entertaining to be around.
See.
Their way with words can hypnotize you into
Ooh. Tim can swindle.
momentary bliss.
Ooh.
Oh,
Seek them out when you're looking to have the kinds of experiences to write novels about.
oh, that's
Oh.
Or if you're looking just to live vicariously through stories of their own novel-worthy experiences.
Tim's got
Yeah,
that story.
Tim, I have a
Tim's got
confession
that
to make.
story.
I just
gene.
fall asleep listening to your
You know what?
voice
One of the
on,
personality
TikTok, you know?
traits. They just need to add one of the personality
Your
traits.
silky
Just
smooth
Tim.
voice.
yeah.
Like you're strong, you're independent. Instead, just you are Tim.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
think
no.
that-
Tim got that story gene.
Okay, so another thing. So what do you guys think about your animals? Like, what do you think is your spirit?
Isn't mine like a rabbit?
Well, I
or
was gonna
something?
say
Oh, the
our
Chinese?
99 is rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the
Well, I
best.
wasn't gonna go
What
off
are
the
you?
Chinese one, but
What do you think the best ultimate Travis?
Dragon.
eh,
3 of my family
gonna say
members are
dog.
dragon.
Dog. Me and you. Dragon
not
and
dragon.
rabbit. Dog. Dragon and rabbit.
dragon-
I ride
the
you.
one.
I
Okay,
ride
it
you.
has
Rabbit
to
rides
be-
on the dragon.
Yeah,
It
that's what I'm
has
saying.
to
Is
be-
that actually?
Dragons and
How do
rabbits.
you know
Dragons
this?
and rabbits actually do get along. Dragons and rabbits do get along though. That's like a thing.
trusted you.
No, it says right
Dragons
here,
and
so I
rabbits get
tell
along.
a story.
Yeah.
All right. That's about it. That's enough time.
Wait, what's it at?
2 hours 7 minutes.
No, it's probably time.
2-7? Yeah, it's probably
well,
about
okay,
time.
I want to answer this though. It can only be like a real animal though.
Are you saying spirit animal?
Oh, you're saying
Or
dragons
you-
aren't
Yeah,
real?
like spirit
Yes.
animal.
Oh, if we're doing this legit,
What would Travis's be? What do we think?
probably a monkey.
I would say like chicken because you know that's kind of just his call sign. But,
Nah, monkey.
probably a monkey.
Yeah.
He monkey.
You're mischievous. You turn around. You're like, hey!
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a monkey dog.
He's just always sporadic because he just starts screaming and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah,
"Woo,
no,
woo!"
I he's monkey.
Oh, I have random spurts of just ah.
And then what about you,
Yes.
Corbin? What do you
Gorilla.
think yours is?
I've gotten
Bigger monkey.
bear.
Bear?
I could see that, too.
I've been because
That's what my first
protective
thought was. Yeah.
is like a big yeah.
I think Corbin would be capuchin monkey specifically.
No, that's
Yeah.
you. That's legitimately your capuchin monkey dog. You're like mine.
Give me that back, monkey.
Okay, what about Tim's though?
Tim's like a golden retriever.
I'm a,
Yeah.
Tim would. Yeah.
Am I
Tim would
close?
be a tame animal that you could have as a pet. That's
Yeah, but one that doesn't take no garbo.
like a bird, like a parrot, sassy parrot.
Tim is sassy parrot.
It's like, Tim, you
Sure.
want to
What
do
do you
this
think,
pet?
Tim?
Yes. No.
it's hard.
No speaking.
Could be like a cat, but the big cat's like panther.
Yeah, I feel like a
lion.
cat would be good for you.
You'd be a
Like a
domesticated
leopard
bobcat.
or
Yeah.
yeah, like a leopard
lynx.
Cougar.
That'd
A
be good
lynx.
one. I didn't.
Domesticated
I can see a
bobcat.
lynx.
Yeah.
I can see like
Bobcat.
Jude, like
panther or
the
leopard.
the Tiger King. You're one of his tigers.
Yeah.
Or no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
cougar. That's what he is. The cougar.
Brendan? Brendan? Chihuahua?
Chihuahua.
No, I got mine kind of confirmed actually. So
Oh,
I'll
what is
kinda
it?
talk to you. So I got wolf
Oh.
because
Do you get lone wolf?
kind of yes and no because I'm very family oriented and stuff, and then also like I like to be alone sometimes.
Oh, there you go.
To be like do my own thing, but at the same time I actually so how I got this confirmed is because I got an award in my like unit in the military, and it was the Lone Wolf Award, or no, it's called the Gray Wolf Achievement,
Very cool.
and I was one of the only few and everybody, because I would only lead from the back, so I would lead my guys from like the front and everything.
You'd only come from the back?
Oh my
No,
goodness.
in
But-
squad.
No.
You guys are gay. That was legit.
That was your kind of thing, though. But anyway,
It's the
so
kind of thing you would say.
You know, you have lead or you come
because
from
of
the
how
back.
my
or...
leadership skills were and everything in the very end and stuff, they believe that it kind of confirmed like how I led my kind of Marines and stuff like that.
Oh,
they designated me with that award when I left. So like literally, I was leaving and they like pulled me up front in like in a formation and stuff, and they awarded me that and a meritorious mass. So that was
There you go.
and that. A lot of people say they would just leave the military. They'd literally just go get their papers saying they're released, and they would leave. And they wouldn't not get any goodbyes or anything. All my guys that I taught came up to me and were like, "Hey, we learned a lot from you.
I
we
love
wish you
that.
stayed."
I'm going to miss
You know?
the taste of your lips.
And this is why we said
Go ahead,
leave
go
from
ahead,
behind.
go
That's
ahead.
why we looked at you when you were saying that.
Yeah, but you'll know when I'm making a joke and then me just saying it normally.
No, we don't.
No.
But anyway, so I kind of got that confirmed and everything. And I just, all through my life, I liked wolves and everything. And so I love dogs. So, I don't know. And my family kind of confirmed that. And then just, that was
Yeah, it
the-
makes sense.
That was
Common
the
misconception.
confirmation.
Common misconception. There's no such thing as a lone wolf. That's a common.
Yeah.
Literally, if a wolf is alone, it dies.
Yeah.
Without its pack, literally
true,
it just
they are.
dies.
But I mean,
But that's why your
yeah.
guys were so, because
But
you're
some
a
people
wolf.
actually are lone wolf. They go, Leroy
That's not a wolf,
Jenkins,"
dog.
and
That's
then they
like
get Shrek.
that's like dog. Or
No,
no,
but at
sorry.
the
That's
same
like
time-
that's like literally that's like cat.
Oh, I thought you meant
Cat.
dog as a D-A-W-G, dog. That's like dog.
But honestly though, but you guys probably like, you guys actually bring out like my orientation for like being in a kind of like family setting or whatever. you know?
Yeah.
I'm more myself when I'm with you guys than like a lot of other things.
Let's go.
Or by myself, I just kind
Thought
of
it was gonna
become
get sexy.
depressing and just like, nah, leave me alone. You know?
Exact. No, when
But with you guys, it's like, woo!
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. When you're in a group, it's like that's the
Bouncing
thing.
off each other.
There's such
It's
a
11
difference,
herbs and
even
spices.
in person, because
Yeah.
when we're playing COD, and you're here, so good. When you're at home, you're dead silent. You say like
Yeah, that's true. All you are is like, oh,
He's
that-
over there.
Like, it's just silent, like,
it's
that
like
sucked.
oh, he's over there. Like
Yeah, I
so
know.
quiet, and then
I
you're in
know,
here and
dog.
you're like
Well, the thing is, at the same time, my play style is very different than yours, and it said it in my like chart and everything. It said that I'm more strategic, and that's how I play.
my penis.
The thing is, I play way more strategically than just like run in and use my skills to just wreck somebody, like most of you guys do. So it kind of like evens it out.
Real
So
quick,
I sometimes stay back, and I'm like,
Me and Mike
I'm
were
gonna wait
talking
until you
about
get it.
this in games. I feel like there's different synergies. Like, you're not just facing, like, when you're paired up with somebody, it's not just facing, like, two of them. It's like you can face, like, 2.5 times them because
Yeah.
of just how good they are together. Like, me and Tim on certain things, it's like, oh, like, we'll beat anyone. And then, like, me and Mike in Griffball, king of Griffball, me and Mikey.
Or you and Corbin are pretty.
Dude, when we were playing on Gunfight,
Oh.
Yeah.
like me and Ethan did different things, and me and Mike were talking about this because like I have a play style where I'll play towards the weakness of my teammate. Like, you'll rush in, so I'll play more conservative, but Mike will rush
Yeah.
in, so I'll play more conservative. But Ethan's really aggressive, so sometimes depending either on his ratio
dies right away.
on his ratio of winning, same with you, like on your guys' ratio of winning, like either I'll rush with you, so it's double, or
I'm
I'll
kind of
just be
in
like,
between because sometimes I rush or I'm in between games.
No, that's-
'Cause I'm
that's
like,
me.
Oh, I
Tim and
realize that
Brendan,
they're
I feel
rushing
like
me,
we
but
are
I'm
the
gonna
same
sit
thing.
back
Like,
and wait
we'll
for
just
you.
have to talk out a strategy, and then we'll just
See-
we'll just finish it. We'll
Yeah,
do it.
or
No.
if I like
That's
run
us.
ahead and
Yeah.
then you see me die, you already know where they are.
We
Yeah.
can have
So
more of
it's
that
like, oh,
unspoken,
well,
like
I know
it
where
just
they are.
happens,
Oh, no.
but I feel like we have to plan. So it's
No,
a
yeah.
very different.
Us though,
synergies.
like when we're playing, I don't rush every time. I used to rush every time. Like back in the day, whenever I played anything.
Now
I
you
was-
do more
I'd
of an
rush in.
advance
Now
and
I'm like
kinda-
I like to go step by step,
Yeah.
see where they're at, and try to do a little recon while also pushing. If I have shotgun, I rush that because I win.
Yeah. So
But I also adjust my playstyle
Aren't you
with the enemy
Stacy's
team.
son?
the thing is, we're just able to adjust off of each other just super well. I feel like that's why we're really good at games and everything, because we're just able to adjust.
The Crew
Because it
Esports
depends,
League?
like, yeah.
We all get into it. Advanced Warfare 2, Tim.
That's what
We'll practice on.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
No, legit. It's the first 2-year COD. It's gonna be,
yeah.
and it's the engine that every future COD is gonna be built on.
I need
for
to
the
buy it this
foreseeable
next
future.
week. So
Have you played
we're
the
gonna have to
campaign
start
at all?
playing.
I am on the
'Cause I
ninth
saw
mission.
You gotta
last
recover
night
that
it
bank
was saying-
account.
I'm
after,
on the ninth. I'm on
Yeah.
the ninth mission.
Okay.
We gotta relax on food when we're out there. Oh, sorry. Talking about.
Oh, I thought you were
stuff.
talking about me.
Yeah, relax on food, chubby.
No.
Oh,
Because I'm fat.
oh. Shots
I'm
fired.
working on it.
Dog,
Working on it, dog.
So that's why you go to the
dude, I wouldn't. Corbin,
Yeah.
Corbin's not a fat guy. You call it, like, there's fat, and then there's just like,
Extra love.
yeah, almost.
I don't know.
Like, looks like I got a couple extra fries in my thing. Like, that's Corbin.
I used to be thin. I used to be stick thin. And now I've actually like
That's true.
thinking now a lot more.
Military dog.
When I went in, I was 123
Dude,
pounds.
can we talk about Tim?
I'm 150.
Tim the Senor ripped.
Tim,
Yeah.
look at those biceps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Thanks, my
Oh!
Take
Tim,
it
Tim
off.
went from
Take
twig
it
to
off.
like
Take it off.
just that Polynesian food, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at Tim. Look at that boy.
You lost
Look at
weight
those
from your
muscles.
Polynesian. You gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, but
Hawaii.
so on my mission so I started 140. I got to be 170 on my mission. I came back, just had to got back down to like 150, 140. And
that's a
now
good
I've
weight.
been working out and I'm at like 160. So like
Yeah.
at least just straight muscles now. That's
Tim-
what I'm
Me,
at.
20
I
pounds
kind
of
of
muscle.
started bulking a lot. Like my stomach, dude. I got
Bulking on the stomach.
The rolls are starting
Oh,
to show,
oh.
dude. So
I did a
I got that
dirty
Krispy
bulk.
Kreme dozen.
So I now it's my time to start cutting, which I've started to. So that's kind of like
Same.
what I'm doing.
Dude, that's what I did today. I started my cut because I've got plenty of bulk now.
Yeah, I kind of just dirty
So
bulked and
much.
then now I'm just cutting.
Oh yeah,
So
COVID helped. COVID helped with the
COVID
dirty bulk.
didn't help for me.
It helped with the dirty bulk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's let's call it.
Yeah, that was a good
Everyone
one.
everyone in. Oh wait. Well, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Over here because we don't have a main cam. Maybe that one
Yeah,
might still
it's
be on.
dead.
I don't know.
We'll
But
figure it out.
yeah, thank you everyone for listening, watching. We are now available on all the main streaming platforms for podcasts:
Yes.
Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio. We're on all of them.
We're here.
That's right. So we're available everywhere for listening. We got a TikTok.
YouTube,
Check our we caved, but it's pretty tasty. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching, listening, whatever you did, and
You just got a piece of that.